Hey everyone, David C. Anderson from the Knife Center here, coming at you from Las Vegas, Nevada, SHOT Show 2022 at the Cold Steel booth with Beamer, aka Stickman,
It's good
right
to see
here.
you, man.
How are
Thank
you doing, sir?
I am doing wonderful.
Great.
Wonderful.
Happy you took some time out to be able to show us some of the new product here. I guess since I'm closest to this one, we'll start with the new blade shape on the AD10 right there. Oh, this looks really good.
That's mean.
Really good.
Yes.
What do you want to tell us about that guy?
This one here is going to use your Demco lock series. The AD10 it had this new recon tip. You know, one of the things that Lynn and I've learned, you know, I'm new to the knife world. And one of the things that Lynn has taught me is the puncture ability and the stab ability of this tip. Mm-hmm. And I think when they combined it with this AD10, I think it's one of the neatest things there is. It fits perfectly in your hand.
It's always had this model always has a great feel.
It does. When you grab it, you know that you're not going forward with it, but you're not coming back either.
And it's not biting you anywhere on the handle either. It's not sharp anywhere. It feels great.
And I'm left-handed, and I always kind of admired the idea that I can switch the clip to be ambidextrous. Mm-hmm. And, you know, Lynn makes fun of me, tells me to start stabbing things right-handed, and I don't do that quite properly, but this is a beast right here. This whole lineup's a beast.
But no, this has always been just a really cool model. The Tonto, you've got the hollow ground main section and the flat grind there at the tips.
That Tonto section, they're sharp on both edges. Oh, and that's the whole thing, man. When you hit that thing, it's going.
And of course, if you're hitting something really hard, to have the triad lock behind it is a good thing.
Yeah, you never want that thing to collapse on you.
So we've still got the S35 VN steel on this, of course, just like the original. Everything else just like the original with the materials, the G10. But we've got a GFN handled version this year, which I think is coming in about MSRP at least about half price, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
That glass-filled nylon for the handle is super, super durable, but it does help remove some cost. And then you got the AU10 blade on it. It's just a great affordable way to get into this bad realm of mean right there.
It's got the same shape though, same comfortable feel. AS10 is a really good hard-working steel. Yeah, AD10 light, check that out.
You know, and this double edge right here is so sharp. If I had Lynn's hair, I have like fine blonde hair. You can't really see it, but it is shaving it.
Popping right off.
Oh yeah, it is. Right there, I don't know.
Proof is in the pudding, if we can call that pudding.
I'll set it right there on that knife handle.
I have to pick that up later.
Oh, sorry. Now I got bald patches. Knife fighting patches is what Lynn calls it. Every time he shows me how sharp a blade is. But yeah, this is mean and it's sharp, and that's just a great unit for that price.
They feel great, and of course now you've got the two flavors. You've got the more tactical flavor with the Tonto there.
Tip, yep.
And if you're more into just the outdoor, or even just general purpose, you've got the drop point there for those purposes as well. Really, really cool.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Nice.
I'm gonna cut my femoral artery and then I'll set it up there. You got about 30 seconds to talk to me before I fall over dead.
Well, all right. Well, let's go. Next up, we got.
Yes.
So you guys were telling me about this new model, the Verdict.
Right.
Before we started here, is kind of a smaller, more affordable version of the Code 4.
Yep.
And I wouldn't have even really seen that, but it's got the same outline, but it's not the flat aluminum of the or CNC or aluminum of the Code 4.
Right. And it's a lighter weight model. You know, some of the things that I've always liked about Cold Steel is the beefiness, you know, when you put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have talked to me and go, wow, if you had something just a little bit lighter, you know, I would like that. I carry it all day at work or whatever.
Sure.
And that's where I think this Verdict kind of being a beautiful addition to the Code 4. Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's like an ultralight knife, but it's not something that's going to weigh you down.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. I don't have a, let's ask the magic man behind the screen. Do we have a weight on this knife?
It's coming in at 2.5 ounces.
2.5 ounces. That's really good.
So nearly half the weight of the Code 4.
Half the weight of the Code 4, and especially when you still have that triad lock, so you still have that strength behind
Super tough.
Yeah. So we got the 3 blade shapes here: the Tonto with the compound grinds, and then flat grinds on the clip point and the drop. 4116 stainless with the stonewash finish, and then there's gonna be a G10 version coming up as well. AS10 blade and black coating on those, however. Very nice.
I can't wait to see those.
Those are going to be good. I like that you guys went with the deep carry pocket clip on these too, especially on a lightweight EDC.
You got it.
Yeah. Going to keep it right out of the way until you need it. Reversible thumb stud if you want to do left hand opening, and the pocket clip's reversible too. So completely ambidextrous knife. Very cool.
It even works for us lefties.
Very nice. All right, so I think even bigger news than the new blade shape on the AD10, which is a big deal, is the new lock on this next knife we're going to look at.
The Atlas.
The Atlas lock.
It is designed right here by our engineers in Las Vegas, and these guys, structural testing is their dynamics, okay? And this unit here is a 2-pin lock that engages and is mighty strong. Now this is the S35 VN drifter here. Comes in a few different sizes. I think it's 2.5, 3, and 3.5 inches.
Yeah, this looks like about a 3.5 right here. S35 VN, G10. Yep. It's a nice shape, so it kind of reminds me a little bit of the SR1 folder that you guys do. So, but the way this lock works is pretty cool. It's similar to some other lock systems we're starting to see out there, but it's pulling back on this bar here, and you can do the flick.
Yeah.
Do the wrist flick, open and closed. And being cold steel, I assume you're working on some strength videos of this in the future.
We've got some really cool stuff. And again, these are done by our engineers working actually with Lynn, our engineers right here in Las Vegas. And we have a great team of design and structural engineers. We're going to have some testing videos that are going to shock you with that system right there.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, feels good in the hand. Not a super huge grip if you've got really big paws, but my hands fit in there pretty decently. You got that choil to choke up on for the fine work, premium materials. That's going to be cool. That's going to be real nice.
That's a neat knife right there.
Yeah. And I always appreciate any lock system that lets me keep the fingers out of the blade path when you're closing it.
Yeah.
Whether you're thinking about it or not, there's going to be that high stress situation where it's one less thing to screw up.
Exactly.
I like that.
Here's a smaller version of it too. This is just a prototype version.
Prototype stage right here. Yeah.
But you're going to get an idea for weight and size.
So a little bit different handle shape going on there, but
yeah,
cool
you
blade.
And I have big paws, so that's that's not my knife of choice right there. I like to have something I can grab onto that I can hang onto.
I like that blade shape. I think even just visually, I think the blade shape even looks cooler on the small one, though. I gotta say, just personal preference.
It's sexy.
Yeah, it works really well.
That's the whole thing. It's no different than being in the archer world. I like whatever stuff I put on my bow to look cool.
Yeah.
It's got to perform, but I want it to have that sex appeal to me.
Now, do you know if the materials on this smaller one, are they going to match the full size, or are these going to be a lower cost option?
Yeah, it's going to be a 4116 on the smaller version.
Cool. Very cool. Nice. Well, those are the folders. That's the new lock. And just as a special bonus for you guys, they handed me something for us to take a look at here. Again, another prototype coming later this year.
Yeah, it should be around August.
But we've got something that just screams cold steel right here with the Mayhem. Oh, yeah.
You see the Mayhem. I don't know if I can say that. You see it on the Allstate commercials, where the guy's just creating it going down the street, and that's the visual right there.
Oh man, it's really cool. I mean, it's very on brand for cold steel. About a 7-inch blade on that guy, and some cool stuff from like the Espada series, and that you've got all those different handle positions you could chop with this daggone thing.
Yeah, Lynn's always talked about that. He likes to show you this, and he's taught me this. You get this thing kind of angled in your palm, and all of a sudden you've got like a 12, 13, 14-inch reach now. And you can back things up. In the world when you got that, everybody always wants to be up here, but really, if you think about it, the distance between 4 inches and that, I mean, that's that. It's 4 inches farther I can be away and do some damage with that. That is a beast too.
Beast is the right word. So obviously things are still in like I said, prototype stage. The specs aren't completely nailed down, price isn't completely nailed down, but look for that in the second half of the year. I would say for sure, but that's up to you guys.
It's our delivery.
That's really cool. Thank you guys for showing us this. That's neat.
It's a fun little teaser.
I would not have used the word little, but yes, I agree.
Can't wait till we show you the big stuff.
Well, all right, let's do it. What do we got next? Getting into the fixed blades.
Yes, your Laredo right here. Going to offer it now in a 40-34, all right? So it's going to drop that price and make it a little bit more affordable for a lot of people, but still carry all the history that's behind this beast. You know,
MSRP on this is like $200 less even than the 3V version out there.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, it's substantial. I know that.
Yeah.
You know, there is so much history behind this. You know, this was in the cap and ball, or not the cap and ball, but the early revolver stages when you were in a bar or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you wore in the front of your belt. You know, it was a great way of ending a discussion.
Right, exactly. Man, it's always got such a good feel. The new version has the same great feel of that original, the way I remember it. Or I don't know if the 3V was the original, but the other current model in the lineup right now.
And that's got I believe that's the polished mic card on that handle right there.
It might be G10. So, and actually we just checked the price list on this, and we think this might be a sample that has G10, but they're going to come with
mic card
yep. when it does come out. So keep that in mind. If that changes, you'll always be able to see the full specs at our website, of course. But in any case, it's that single piece, so you've got no seams going on,
beautiful.
Which is really nice. Very premium feeling. Nice thick blade going on there. It's not a shrinking violet, I would say.
No, and you got a great little handguard there to stop you from things.
You got the little cutout there around the ricasso. If you need to pull it out of something, you can hook in front of that guard right there. Cool. Is this going to come with a leather sheath or
Secure X?
Got the guy right there. Oh yeah. Classic cold steel styling there. Secure X sheath, clicks in, you got the loop, you got the extra slots and holes there if you want to do some aftermarket attachments. It's super easy to do.
Molly attachments, stuff like that, you can run it through.
Very cool.
Pack.
Awesome.
Beast.
Awesome.
I don't even know what to say about this. I'm like I said, I have learned so much from Lynn in a very, very short period of time. But I know when I picked this Warcraft series up, it feels like there's a whole different temperament in your whole world. It just changes. It's like a wave of testosterone just like rushed over me when you feel it. This is Sandmine. I want you to feel that. That's a beast. I use that word a lot, but
I love what you guys are doing with the new versions of these with the handles. That there's a little more scoop out, a little more ergonomically considered, I guess. Feels really good in the hand.
Yeah, you smash your fingers around it and all just kind of conforms perfectly to the right spot. And it's weighted like you want to chop something completely in half.
Yeah, like it feels substantial, but it's not kludgy.
No.
Yeah, it's
not an axe.
Yeah.
But it feels like I can do what a katana can do.
I mean, you've still got the hollow grind here, so this is not, don't go chopping hardwood with it.
No.
But you've got that strong tip with the flat grind at the tip there.
Yeah, the Tanto tip is just so mean, and it comes in these different sizes.
Yeah, if this is too big for you, don't worry. You can still get the new comfy handles on the smaller sizes as well.
And these are Sandmine. Yeah, on this unit here that we're showing.
So I think we've got one of the either VG1 or VG10 is the core steel on the Sandmine. But again, full specs will be on the website. And it's still a handle that is going to work well barehanded or with gloves on. I think like heavy gloves, especially that jimping right there too. Yep. Real nice consideration.
You can smash your thumb on it,
whether it's bare or in those gloves. Yeah, that's going to be really nice. Secure X sheaths on these, just like the Laredo you just saw.
I mean, if you like the looks of the Warcraft, but you want kind of like a everyday carry or something you can attach to your pack, you take a look at that one right there, that size, and just feel that. I mean,
super solid. Yeah, and I like we've got the exposed pommel on these, so you got a little bit more of that crushing capability. I think the big one actually, even here, at least on the sample, has a sharper apex than the two smaller sizes, but that's really nice.
Yeah, Lynn was showing me on the Taipan that, just cracking across bones, just smashing. And I think I hit the glass on a car one time.
Well, I know how painful it is when somebody smacks you with a spoon, and that's just a big flat thing. So.
I went to a Catholic grade school. I caught a lot of rulers across my knuckles. I don't think I want the back of this knife.
No, me either. Me either.
And I think the last line that we're showing you, Razor Tech, kind of a. I look at this and I feel like something's swimming and it's violent. Nobody's ever seen it before. It's an animal that just take a look at that though. I mean, between that super cool handle, the swoop of the blade, the feel of that.
Real nice recurve going on there. So we got injection molded handle here.
Great.
A lot of that kind of mountain texture going on. Tons of grip. 4116 blade.
Yep, 4116 blade.
That's about like 7 inches on that guy.
Yep, you got it. You got a little smaller model right there.
Yep.
That's a 4-inch model.
Same vibe with the
Or
recurve.
5-inch, and then this is the 4-inch right here.
And the 4-inch has a nice different character from the other two. I really like that actually. It's just nice, subtle, get in and out
in
real
and out.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah,
All of those are really nice though. Check those bad boys out.
yeah, that's the Razor Tech.
I think these are, I mean, obviously these two big ones, greater or more tactical feeling.
Yeah,
Obviously the smaller one has a tactical feel too, but man, that would be, speaking of an EDC fixed blade,
that's a great one to have.
there's some agility in that shape, not a whole lot to get in its own way.
No, and it's strong and durable. You're going to be able to do a lot of things with it that you won't with your everyday carry.
Yeah.
You know, I do all I do is bow hunt, and one of the things that I like is a fixed blade knife that is durable and makes me feel like the hunt is on. Right? You know, I want everything that I deal with when I walk to the field telling me that I am a premier predator, right? Top of the food chain.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this unit here probably screams that for me.
That could be your next hunt knife.
That's my hunting knife right
There
there.
you go.
You know, you look at it though; it's so nice to scoop into you know, skin something out really quick.
Mhm.
You know, just with that slope right there, it's really nice. You know,
Yeah.
you can work on some parts in that. And again, this
And then with all that traction, you're not going to be getting slippy.
You got it.
During all that tasks as well.
yeah.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, sir, thank you so much.
Thank you
For
for
taking
what you
the time
guys
to show
do.
us this
Thank
stuff.
you for
Oh, I appreciate it.
educating me and walking me through this. This has been great.
No worries. Folks, thanks for sticking around. Let us know what you thought of the new lineup down in the comments. And these will be available very soon, if not already, at the Knife Center via the links below. Keep sticking around for some more SHOT Show coverage. Sir, thank you
Thank you,
very
buddy.
much.